Hi, I'm Ben. I'm 34 years old. I live in Derby. I work in Nottingham and Leicester. I had Hodgkin lymphoma. I was diagnosed September 21. When you hear a cancer that's actually got a slightly strange name, I personally, my ears went, kind of noticed it. But no, I didn't know it. I wasn't aware of it. I certainly wasn't aware it was a blood cancer. Rash is probably the best way of describing it, but it was almost like spots, which were very itchy. So much so that they would sometimes bleed during the night and there'd be blood in the sheet from my legs. I'd never really been ill beforehand, so it was all a bit strange at that time. I had no knowledge of what it possibly could be, and it wasn't until I had a few GPs that I wouldn't say I was passed from pillar to post, but no one really could get a grasp on what it was. And it wasn't until one of the GPs asked if I would go and have a X-ray. And then a week or so later, they called me on a Friday and said, "There's something we just need to investigate a little bit further." It turned out I had a 9.5 centimetre mass on my chest, added to the lumps and bumps on my neck, which weren't showing any sign of going anywhere. So at that point, it seemed that something wasn't right. They were 95% certain at the time it was Hodgkin lymphoma, but they needed to do a biopsy to understand exactly what that was. But no, I didn't know it. I wasn't aware of it. I certainly wasn't aware it was a blood cancer. I was quite shocked to find it was a blood cancer. Mm-hmm. Mainly because in my head, a blood cancer goes around your body, and that surely is very bad news. Mm-hmm. So I was very worried that it was going to go everywhere. Fortunately, I just seem to have it in my lymph nodes. I see people who aren't this lucky, and they will, they'll die or they'll have very shortened lives. So that's what motivates me to make the most of what I'm doing, which means suffering through marathons, which are never fun. But it means you're living, it means you're alive. So I did London Marathon in April. Not as quick as my previous ones. So I'm doing the New York Marathon in November. My aim is to get back to my pre-cancer time and ability. Really cool. And I've done it all for Lymphoma Action as well. So we opened up a Just Giving account basically the week after my diagnosis. And that's got like 15 grand in there now. We did a charity event last September, like a black tie ball sort of thing. And we had like 130 people come along for that. So yeah, and that raised like 8 grand on the night. So we've got like 15k in the pot, which is really good. And they said the first year, if you get through the first year of remission, that's the biggest chance it's going to come back. I'll be 15 months next week. The chances of full recovery was 90% for me, which is amazing. You get those odds, you're taking them. Unless you're unfortunate enough to know someone who's been through it, it's difficult to be able to relate. Like, you can have conversations with people who they'll be as caring as they possibly can be, but unless you've had that, you just don't know. You don't know the reaction you're going to have to chemo. It's an all-encompassing thing for your entire life. So yeah, that buddy service is certainly something I'd like to get involved with going forward. But just having people who care is nice, and who want you to be better. Like I get weekly emails, and these are not just like leaflets and stuff that I was getting conversation out of people who actually work for the organisation. It gave me something to kind of lean on in that respect.